I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to be working, but I'm not.
All right, welcome to the first episode of the PLAP. Today we've got a lot of people here. Azai.
I am here, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah!
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 We also got Sinful.
That's me!
Yeah!
Yeah!
And Stomperoo!
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah. So today we're talking about dumb shit we did as a kid.
Alright, who wants to start us off? I got some pretty good ones. They're all pretty short, though.
If you have lots of them, I think you should start.
Alright, I'll give one for now, and then we can move on from there. When I was about 3 years old, I picked up a slug and ate it because I thought it was chocolate.
Nice. I have a similar story. One time my brother convinced me that eating sand would give you superpowers. and then I had the sand in my mouth, and they were like, "Hey, I lied."
Who said hold on? Who said hold on? I want to know what you were about.
I'm still curious about the slug, because you ate the whole slug? You swallowed it?
Yeah.
So at what point did you realize it was a slug?
I don't think I did. I don't think I did until my mom saw me eating the slug and was like, "Stop! What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Okay, I got a spicy one. So one time, my dad was fixing his friend's house, and I was over there too, playing with the friend's kid. I was 5 years old, and so I didn't really think about this, but for me and the kid, we thought it was a good idea to play tag on the construction area,
nice.
Without any shoes, by the way. So
oh no.
We ran around, and suddenly I hear this fucking crunch, and I look at my fucking foot, and they're awesome. There's a plank with a screw right through it, and it went straight through my foot.
Oh my god, was it a rusty screw? Was it rusty?
Yes.
Oh no, tinnitus. Or not tinnitus.
Yeah,
well,
here I am. I'm alive, so I didn't fucking I don't know. I guess I got I get vaccinated afterwards, so I wouldn't get anything. But my dad just comes over. I'm bawling because the pain has hit me, and he's like, "Okay, you gotta be strong for that." And then he just fucking rips it out.
Oh god.
I mean, it could have been worse. He could have taken a screwdriver and then just twisted it out.
Yeah, but
That's what you're supposed to do because it's threaded.
Yeah, but my foot is still kind of it sometimes it hurts when I overexert it, so.
All right, y'all want to get into the super juicy stuff real fast? What is the most embarrassing thing you ever did as a kid?
The most embarrassing, Jesus.
Does it count as an embarrassing if I wasn't caught?
Yes, because you're embarrassed of it now.
No, keep up your track record. You take that secret to your grave.
I mean, it's.
I got some. I was a cringy fucking kid, dude. I was a cringe lord as a kid. When I was 8 up until the time I was 12, I would fucking spider monkey over top of the bathtub as it was filling up when I was going to take a bath, and I would wait until all the water was full, and then I would just drop into it and make the biggest splash possible.
That's not cringe. That's fucking cool. What the hell?
Yeah,
no, it was terrible. Every single time I would get yelled at by my parents for making a giant mess in the bathroom.
Yeah, you were cool.
Yeah, that sounds cool, dude.
No, it was terrible.
That's not cringe at all.
What? Why is it terrible?
The fact that this story isn't cringe is cringe.
Oh damn! I guess I wasn't as cringe as I thought. What's another cringe one?
When I was a kid, I got in an argument with this one bitch from school, and anyway, I said the phrase, "Why have they were you don't have any friends?" And I was like, "Yeah, at least I have a soul." It was instant regret. It was
she a ginger?
Oh god. I don't even know. I just really hated her. Anyway, so when she said that, oh, you don't have any friends, the first thing that went to my mind was, the Animal Crossing guys I had on my face. Oh, God, I was so lonely back then. Oof.
That's good. Azai, do you got any good cringy ones? Because apparently I don't.
there's a pretty cringy one, and I'm not sure if it was real or just like a dream that I remember as being real or whatever. But one time, I guess I needed to pee, and my brother was on the toilet, and I decided it would be a good idea to not wait for him to be done and just piss on him. Hopefully that's not real, but
Sai unzips
I
pants.
should apologize sometime, if just in case.
No, it's gonna be really weird if it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's just be like, hey, sorry about that time I peed on you. What?
How old were
What?
you when this happened?
That was real? You told me that was a dream! What the fuck?
How old was that when? How old were you when that happened?
I
16.
don't know. I
It was
assume
last week. It was last week.
last week. Somewhere between
I'm
12 and
mid-kiss
15,
right now.
I guess.
Oh, I have another one. I have another I have another. Well, there's been like bunch of times when I was like, I think like 10 or 11 when I fucking accidentally pissed myself in like, when I was like skiing, at some skiing resort, and I was at the bottom of the hill and the bathroom was like at the top, and it takes like 10 minutes to get up there, and I couldn't hold it, so I fucking pissed, and then I had to like be like 3 hours in my fucking piss pants till I got home.
So you're saying you had a skiing accident?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could have put like that. Yeah,
Just,
but like everybody, but this was like the worst thing was that this was a school trip. So everybody in the bus was thinking like, who the fuck is smelling like piss? Like audibly, like and nobody knew, thankfully. But my mother did, because she had to wash those clothes.
Oh
so
God, that's the worst. That is horrible. Just having to go, you had to go an entire day with piss pants.
yeah,
And I'm assuming this was when you were like a teenager, right?
yeah, like 9, 10.
Oh, okay, so not quite a teenager, not even close to a teenager then. Okay, so for some reason I was imagining you being like 15 or 16 when this happened.
No. Thank God, no. But what else? On the same trip, actually, I'm just gonna continue with this because on the same trip, there's this like store where you can buy like some stuff, candy, ice creams, shit like that. It was like large ski resort store, and I went in there and I wanted to buy some those Balthazar's wine gummies. I love those, so I took one from the shelf, and then I had like I had this feeling like, oh, I think I'm gonna pee again. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom this time. And so I put it in my fucking backpack, and I went to the bathroom. And when I came back from the bathroom, I had forgotten that the candies are in my backpack. So I took another one, and I went to pay for it. And when we got to the bus, I was like, why do I have 2 of these now? Weird. So I accidentally shoplifted.
Oh man, you didn't even do it on purpose. I used to shoplift when I was a kid.
I shoplifted when I was 2, but because I'm just a huge fucker, I looked like I was 4. So the owner got real mad at me because he thought I had more concept of ownership than I actually had at that time. At least, my mom told me about that. I don't remember that, of course.
Interesting.
I don't think I've ever accidentally shoplifted. I'm not a saint. I've definitely shoplifted before. I've stolen candy bars from Walmart. I mean, what? In Minecraft, only in Minecraft. But of course, only in Minecraft. But how do you just like you legitimately did not understand that you had to pay for these things?
Oh, also,
Actually, yeah, you were like
I said
2,
earlier
so.
that I was gonna kill your parents. I'm gonna
Yeah,
kill
was
your
2.
parents in Minecraft. That's possible.
As for cringy,
You killed
story
your
from-
Minecraft parents? Hold on, what?
No, when we did the intro, I was like, I'm gonna kill your parents because it's edgy and cool. And I don't know.
Oh, right.
Cut this part out. Whoever said it.
Yeah, Eleazar.
Man, okay, so like, I really fucking hate it. Like, a lot of my cringy stories came from like when I was like in my early 20s, or at least the ones I can remember. Because like, back when I first tried doing college, I was just a complete fuck up, and I'd like try to make a joke, and it would like completely fall flat. Everybody would get mad at me. And I'm like, oh god, oh fuck, oh shit, oh god, oh no, But that was like 2 months. That was like a year's worth of that constant.
Just constant cringy maneuvers in college. I never went to college, so my cringy school stories end at high school. But I did do a lot of cringy things in high school. I was that kid who wore a ushanka to class and would like. I learned how to play the USSR national anthem on my instrument.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, let's just play
again. What the hell? Why are you so cool? None of this is cringe. What the fuck?
This is all bad. What are you talking about? It wasn't even.
It might have been cringe at the time, but
it wasn't even cool. It wasn't even a cool instrument. Y'all think that I was playing like saxophone or something? No, it was the xylophone. I learned how to play it.
No, that's even
xylophone.
Cooler.
That's not cool at all. Shut up.
Let me explain this concept to you. I have this concept that is it's basically like there's like a curve, right? Where something is cringe, right? But like, if someone is so dedicated to it, or like really puts in enough work, it loops back around to being cool or interesting. Because it becomes based.
Y'all want to hear the ninja story?
I mean, I love to hear something called the ninja stories, ninjas and cringe.
So, in sophomore and freshman year, I had one of those hoodies that zipped all the way up so it would cover your face.
Oh yeah, me too.
And it was designed in such a way that it looked like a ninja, right? And it had 2 little eye holes in it that were like covered by a mesh so that you couldn't see my face through it, but I could see out of it and you could kind of see my eyes through it. And like there was this big landing where everybody would go to after school waiting for like all the buses to show up so everybody could leave, right? And what I would do is I would go off into a secluded area, put the hoodie on, zip it up all the way around, and then just go be a fucking nuisance to society. As the ninja. And it became a thing that people were trying to like. I would hear people talking like at lunch, like trying to figure out who the ninja was. And because I was such a skid that nobody knew who I was, aside from it's like, oh, that's whoever. He's long hair and he's got long hair and he's kind of tall. Like nobody knew my name. They just knew I was long hair and kind of tall, and in the high school band. But nobody like paid attention to me at all because I became
the everyman.
Yeah, I was like the, I was the cool D average student.
Who is the mysterious Stomperoo?
Who is the mysterious Stomperoo? It's not very mysterious. You can find
that reminds me. That reminds me of one time I went shopping, I went about my day and I tried doing it silently without speaking because I was just curious what would happen. Or but I went to the shop and then I sort of looked down. I was trying to like avoid eye contact or something,
and you pissed yourself.
I'm just assuming that I think what's it called? The girl at the counter, she asked me something and I didn't respond, so that was kind of weird. It was very cringe. Still embarrassed about it.
Wow.
You just didn't reply? Like she asked you something and you just stared at her completely dead-eyed?
Well, no, I didn't stare at her. I was like looking down or something.
No.
She thought you were a tweaker. She just thought you were a tweaker. She thought you were just another shoplifting tweaker. That's what happened there.
Oh, I guess.
But anyway, there's more to this ninja story, by the way. Would you all like to hear how the ninja finally came to an end?
Yes, of course I would! Oh my god,
Alright, so it went on for about 5 or 6 weeks, about 2 months, maybe a little longer, before everybody had finally had enough of this stupid ninja strutting around and just barging into conversations and just, like, doing nothing. Because I didn't talk in the ninja costume. Not even a costume, just the ninja hoodie. I didn't talk. I would just walk up and like I would put my arm around somebody's shoulder, and if there was music playing, I would start dancing to it and try to get people to dance with me. It was really bad. But after people had enough of this, I went out to do it again, and there was a squad of like 10 dudes, and they all grabbed me and held me down while one more dude tried to unzip the mask, and I managed to like keep them from unzipping it for a little bit, and then like they finally got it down, and I screamed like a blood-curdling scream that I'm not even going to attempt to try now because it actually threw my voice out for like a day or two, and it was apparently so loud that these guys actually got scared and ran.
Did they ever
Holy
find
shit.
out who the masked menace was?
Oh yeah, obviously, because all my hair came out, and I at the time had hair down to my waist, and that's a pretty defining characteristic. So they were like, "Oh, it's Stomp."
How did you manage to get it all in there? Like, if you have that much hair, did the ninja have like a huge bulge on his head or something? Like,
No, I have incredibly straight hair, so I put it in a very low ponytail, and then used a second hair tie to tie it up so it was about half length. So it was only down to about my mid back.
Okay.
So you know Sasquatch, right? They just
Yes.
thought he was him.
They just thought it was Sasquatch. I do live in the
Yeah,
Pacific
that's why I didn't want to be
Northwest, and
seen.
everybody in the Pacific Northwest is very aware that Sasquatch is real.
Oh, of course
Like
he's real. It's
like
fact.
a deer, dude. It's like a deer, dude. You just see him every day. I don't know why everybody's so convinced that he's not real. We see him like. I think
Yeah,
I
I mean-
hit a Sasquatch on my way home from work today.
I mean,
Well,
I saw the
it's
No
all
Gas
in
No
a,
Breaks video. I know he's real.
I mean, we just pretend that he's not real, because he's in witness protection. So he doesn't like getting photos taken because then the mob will find him and.
What is he in witness protection for?
He fucking told the cops where the bodies were buried, and he doesn't want to become one of them.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not at all what he was involved in. He was involved in the hits. He was. I think
Yeah,
he
he
was
did.
I think
Yeah,
he was
but,
just
like,
involved in the money laundering.
I don't know, but like, so he's got some powerful guys going after him. You know,
Mhm. The Russian mafia.
Azai's
Yeah.
story reminds
he used
me.
to be a guy
reminded
called
me.
Bigfoot, but now he's called Sasquatch. But we all
Anyway,
know.
sinful.
Yes,
Go.
Azai's girl problem story reminded me of my own when, like, way back. Again, I think this one was on 6th grade or something. So, like, you know, I had a crush on this girl. I think she had a twin too. But anyway,
Nice.
yeah, I had a crush on this girl called, I think her name was Julia or something. So, so this one time I took my Nokia 3310, I think I had, and you know, I text her this like fucking 2 text messages long poem about how much I love her. And she answered with a smiley face, and she never talked to me after that.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah, and you know, like that back in those days, like there was a text limit on how like long the text message can be. So you know, it was like I think it was like was it like 240 characters? So it was like 400. Yeah.
It was like 5 texts. You said it was like a few paragraphs long.
Yeah, it was like
Oh,
yeah, and
no.
it was like really. I can't remember.
And that was back in
but
the
I
day
remember
when
it was
it
cringe.
wasn't unlimited.
Ooh.
I mean, I gotta admire that you had the balls to even communicate with her.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly.
she gave you a smiley face, right? I mean, that's got to count for something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. I
In
mean, I
high school, I had what I assume was a girlfriend, but I was so shy that I didn't talk to her or like almost not at all. But we sat together, and she would, you know, explain to me how to write "I love you" in her language. She was like Indonesian or something. But I never actually told her I liked her because I guess I was worried, like, well, maybe I'm just not picking up on, maybe you know, maybe she doesn't actually like me, because before that I had crushes on like two other girls, one for like each year.
Nice.
And I just, you know, and that never got anywhere. The first one, or maybe the second one, I kept looking at her, I couldn't like stop looking at her because I was worried that she would like look at me or something, and I wanted to know if she liked me, so I kept looking at her, and which her name was her name's pretty common, so I can. Anyway, her name it's like a simple syllable that you could say while singing, for example. And
Gay.
I was the kind of
Svetlana,
person
got it.
who hummed occasionally, who made little. I just like humming. And so one time in the boys' locker room, I was sort of humming to myself, and then I decided to incorporate the syllable that her name is made out of. And I think people knew. I think I didn't hide it well enough that I was like cryptographically singing her name. So that was pretty cringe. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh God, that reminds me so much of my first crush. If you want to talk about
thank
cringy
God.
stories, I can do you one better. So yeah, there's this one girl I didn't really know her, but she was in some of my classes. I had like the biggest crush on her, and I kept like trying to say hi because I was like too shy and retarded to say anything else. And then like we got a class together, and I just kind of just stared at her the whole time. And looking back, she was like really weirded out by it, but I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, maybe she's just shy too. And eventually, I ran into her brother. And it was like, oh, hey, you're Death Perception. And I was like, yeah. Oh, yeah, well, she fucking hates you. What? Yeah, she thinks you're a fucking creep. Yeah. And like, I messaged her on Facebook, like, hey, I didn't know you thought I was a creep. And they're like, she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
That hurts. That is unfortunate.
I
You said
assume-
this is like in high school?
No, this was in junior high school. God.
Pain.
Yeah.
Azai, I believe you were about to speak.
Yeah, I assume she was just like too polite or something, or maybe.
Yeah, that's what she said. She was just being polite, but I don't know, man. It would have been better if you just ripped off the Band-Aid a little
Definitely,
bit, you
yeah.
know, instead of
The girl I was talking about earlier, the one I kept looking at. I eventually asked her if she liked me, because I was like, well, I have to ask, and she said no.
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 At least your girl
I was
had
like,
the
okay.
fucking decency to say no. God damn it! You fucking didn't have to find out from her fucking brother.
Mm-hmm.
At least,
Well, I had
y'all
to
don't
ask
just-
her directly, so.
Yeah.
At least
I
y'all
mean-
don't scare away women. I was on Tinder. This isn't even a kid story. I was on Tinder like couple weeks ago, and for some reason this girl matched with me, and can't remember why, but I ended up like talking about Team Fortress 2.
Oh
And
no!
Because her thing said that her bio said that she liked gaming, and we were talking about games that we liked, and then like my brain was just like, "Yo, I like Team Fortress a lot. Been playing a lot of that recently," and then I just wouldn't shut up about Team Fortress, and she unmatched me.
Oh, she's not a true gamer, unlike you.
Yes, I'm clearly just too much of a gentleman gamer for her.
I bet you didn't even get feet pics. That's really sad.
I don't want feet pics. I don't understand. I legitimately do not understand the feet pics thing.
Just people are into feet, and it's kind of weird, so it's like fun to joke about.
Yeah,
That's
that would
fair.
be a good episode. Just weird fetishes. I know the procrastinators did it, but I mean, we're basically ripping
Yeah,
them off
Be
anyway.
a pretty cool, pretty funny episode where we show our feet. I think that would be kind of funny. Like everybody
Yeah,
has
yeah.
like
Y'all
a feet
do not
cam.
want to see my
Oh,
feet.
yeah.
I am literally a Sasquatch. Y'all do not want to see my hairy ass hobbit feet.
Yeah. Does the guy still have like his the screw hole? Like, does he still have a scar? I don't know which one of you guys said that. I can't tell your voices apart yet.
That was sinful. You're talking
Yep,
about
that's
the,
me. That's me. Yep.
Oh man.
I
I have no
story with-
scar about it. I have no scar
I have
about it.
I have a similar story. At the house I lived at when I was growing up until I was about 12, we had a deck that was in a very bad state of disrepair, right? And we just had a lot of land, so we spent a lot of time keeping that intact, and the deck just kind of fell to the wayside. And my parents always told me, don't go out on that deck without shoes on. You will cut yourself, and we'll have to take you to the ER. And me, being the wise little fella I was engaged in a very heated Nerf battle with my neighbor. Very heated. I had like the whole vest on with the extra magazines. I had a primary and a sidearm. He had the same. And at one point, he ran outside, and me, being the smart boy I was, decided, all right, I know this. I know my backyard, and I know there's not much cover out there. So I'm going to go out on the deck so I have a good vantage point of it. But I didn't want to waste time putting shoes on, so I just ran out on the deck, and I got about 3 steps through, and then I fell on my face, and inside, my parents just hear this horrible, horrible scream as I look down, and just see that my entire foot is just covered in blood. Because my foot had gotten caught, not even on a nail, on a nail head, on a jagged nail head, and like from the end of my heel up about 4 inches to just below the balls of my feet, there was just a giant piece of skin that had peeled off like a banana.
Oh god. How deep was it?
Oh, it was only, it didn't go down very deep, but it was enough to draw blood. And they found the nail. They found the nail that I had tripped on, and the thing was literally orange with rust. And the poor neighbor kid, freaking out, they had to explain to him, like, he's going to be fine, we just have to take him to the hospital. He had to go back over to his house while they drove me to the hospital the entire time, just being like, we told you do not go out on the... Why did you go out on the deck? We told you don't go out on the deck without shoes on. Why did you do that? And the entire time I'm like, please, I am in so much pain. Do not make me do this right now. You just poured hydrogen peroxide on my foot. This is so much pain.
Is that why they
had to do it?
Through?
You had to do it
No,
because it was. You needed the tactical advantage. So
I did.
Look, I mean, I guess you won, because like you didn't get hit by the Nerf gun.
I did not get hit by the Nerf gun.
You know what they should have done? Like, as they were lowering you into the car, you should have like fucking just got one last cheap shot in at the other kid.
It's like that scene from Saving Private Ryan where he's just weakly aiming the pistol.
Hey, I have an embarrassing story about how I had to I had to go to the hospital. And this was actually pretty funny. A funny one. This was on 3rd grade, so I was like 9. I think I was like 8 years old. And I was going to a health checkup to the school's what do you call those, like medic lady or whatever, health checkup. Anyway, yeah, I went there. So there's this like waiting room, and there were a couple of my friends there, and there was this bed full of plushies, and there was like one of those huge plushy crocodiles.
Nice.
And, yeah, it was really cool. So anyway, we started a plushie fight, and during that fight, at some point my head was near wall. So my friend hits me with the plush crocodile, and my head just dong straight into the wall. And at first it was nothing. I was like there, yeah, it was like 5 seconds of me just, that didn't hurt. So I stood up and pronounced to my friends that, do not worry, I am okay. After this, I fell face first straight to the ground and passed out.
It's like something out of a fucking cartoon.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's so fucking funny. And yeah, they took me to hospital, and I was thankfully okay. I think I'm okay. Yeah, no brain damage, thankfully. But goddamn, yeah, I was out for like 1.5 minutes.
When I was a kid, I can't remember what I was doing, but like I ended up running and I tripped, right? And I ended up kneeing myself in the jaw, and I bit a hole clean through my tongue.
Hole?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, like I can stick my finger through and everything.
What? Why did you stick your finger through it?
Yo, that's
Because
a
it
free
was-
tongue piercing.
Yeah, dude.
Those cost a lot of money.
Well, not if you just knee yourself in the face really fucking hard on the playground.
Jeez.
You didn't just bite like the end of your tongue off, you just put a hole through it?
Yeah, like it was in the middle of the tongue. Like, I just couldn't stop touching it. So like
How long did it take to heal?
I don't know, like week and a half.
Oh,
Mouths,
dang, okay.
the inside of your mouth can heal pretty fast
Oh,
That
compared
is
to the rest
true.
of your body. I one time I got kicked by a horse. That was rough.
I've never been kicked by a horse. I did work on a ranch, but I surprisingly never got. I got bit by a horse. I got my shoulder bit by a horse. That hurts a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Try
been
getting your femur shattered by a horse. That's not fun.
What were you doing? Did you just walk behind the horse and spook it? Or?
No, okay, everybody says I was behind the horse. No, I just fucking turned around and got spooked and it kicked me and ran off. And
Okay.
it shattered like the strongest bone in your body. Oh god, it was rough. I ended up getting a hairline fracture afterwards when it healed. So I broke my leg a second time in my sleep and I had to walk it off for like a week until I was like, no, get him a fucking X-ray. And I finally, yeah. And then I break it a third time to get it to heal right. So we're going like 3 times because of this fucking horse. Although I heard it's dead now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, when I got bit by a horse, it was just there was a horse named Durango, and he was notoriously an ass. Not as in donkey ass. He was notorious an ass as in a dickhead. And
Yeah.
like you would just walk by him and he would pick violence. And one time I was just walking by him, going to saddle up a different horse, and his head was peeking out, and I just got a little too close to him, and he was like, "Hey, that 12-year-old shoulder looks like an apple. I want it." And then he just munched me, and it hurt a lot, and I cried like a little baby. And then the owner of the ranch was like, "Oh shit, this kid's parents are going to sue me." And then my parents showed up, and they were like, "Why the fuck were you so close to that horse, you dumbass? You knew that horse was dangerous." And then I had to go to the hospital again. Most of my stories end with me going to the hospital again.
That is very interesting.
Since we're talking about getting hurt, I think one time I was probably like biting on my cuticle on my thumb, and somehow I just made a hole in the fingernail, and I had to wait, for the hole to like slowly over weeks grow away, which was pretty. Well, at first I was like, oh god, I got a hole in my thumbnail, but I guess you get used to it too, and now it's gone.
Nice.
I was pissed on by a lamb, but it was a really small and young lamb.
Maybe you dreamed it.
No, I did not. I did not. Wasn't one of those lambs, but it was. My cousins used to have like lots of lambs every summer, so it was fun to play with them. So there was this really small one called Leaky, and I took it. I took it on my hands, and I like, oh, you're so cute, and then it fucking pissed on me.
Wah, wah. That's fucking rough.
Yeah. Oh well.
Leaky. That is
Yeah.
I understand that's a foreign. I cannot speak English apparently. I understand that's a foreign language, but I just love the idea of an animal named Leaky.
Yeah.
That just makes me imagine something that just drools a lot for some reason.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just think when you said leaky, just kind of assumed he's like taking a leak, and you probably should have too.
Exact. Yeah, that's what the name. Yeah, that's what the name was.
I mean,
Yeah,
you kind of got
that's what it
yourself
means.
into it.
Yeah.
You just pissed all the time.
No, but like okay, so I translated the name from Finnish, but like even the Finnish name means like somebody who pisses a lot. So I don't know.
This is on you, dude. How sinful.
Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, and they named the lamb after it did the pissing on me. So I don't know.
Damn, the fact that y'all have shot down both of my cringy stories that I thought were cringe, and y'all are like, no, those are cool. Those are cool. Now that you've
Yeah,
shot
it's the
down all
curve.
of those,
It loops back around to being base.
I don't like this curve because suddenly I don't have any cringy kid stories.
Fuck it. Well, sorry, you weren't a super, we all weren't super cool, fucking little Chads back in the day. And now,
I used to have Okay, so like I said, I used to have a lot of land. Because we had a lot of land, we had ATVs because it was fun to ride ATVs around our property. When I say we had a lot of land, I mean we had 2 acres, not like a ton of land, but a decent sized backyard. And it doesn't snow much around here. And I remember one time we got a snow day, very rare around here. Like I got one like every 3 years on average, I'd say. And we were driving the ATVs around, and I was probably around 8 at the time, and I realized that the ATVs were making divots in the snow, and I didn't understand displacement, apparently. And I thought that this was a trick, but after I realized that it was displacing the snow, I thought it was destroying the snow, and this was a ploy by my dad to get me to help in destroying the snow so that I wouldn't get a second snow day. And I cried really hard, and my dad had to explain to me that it wasn't destroying the snow, it was just moving it because I was driving an ATV through it.
There we go. That's some fucking cringe. Yeah.
That's one that haunts me to this day. I'm so glad I don't have those ATVs or that property anymore, so I don't have to remember that.
Man, I can tell you some of my
Oh, we got a new member coming in.
is in the chat.
Hey, Krez, are you
Hey.
recording?
Hello, yes,
Yes.
I'm recording on Audacity.
All right, Krezathor, we are talking about dumb childhood / cringy childhood memories.
Yeah,
Oh.
Stumperoo is having problems because all of his stories were just cool, and we're like,
Sans
oh, what are you
the
talking
one.
about? That's not cringe. And then he's like, no!
I hate it. Let me be the little cringe lord. Let me be the little cringe baby that I remember being.
I thought eating sand gave you superpowers, so I think I've got you beat.
I used to like to imagine. I had this one hoodie with I was really into like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I thought firebenders were really cool. And I had this one orange hoodie with a big flame design on it, and I would only. I like to imagine that one hoodie gave me firebending powers, but only that one hoodie, so I would wear it all the time.
Yeah.
So was that the ninja hoodie?
No, it was
You
a
like a
different one.
fire ninja?
That was way younger. Way younger. The fire hoodie. I think it was actually a Tony Hawk hoodie, but it just had a fire design on it.
Funny that you mentioned. I just finished The Last Airbender.
It's a great
really
series.
Good. Really good. Yeah, and Korra too. Korra is not as good, but it's pretty good too.
Korra is a very good series. It's if it was just The Legend of Korra, if it wasn't Avatar, I feel like it would have gotten much better praise because the fan base for The Last Airbender is rabid.
Did you hear they're making like a whole studio just on like Avatar stuff?
Yes, they are. Magpie Games, the people who made Masks, one of my favorite tabletop RPGs, is making a Avatar-based tabletop RPG, and I am very excited for where that goes.
Cool.
So did you get all 4 nations, or were there going
I
to
don't
be
know
4
yet.
that Fire
I
Nation
wouldn't be
back?
surprised, knowing how they tend to do their character designs, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it like there are 8 different classes based around like very vague ideas, and you can select which bender, if any, they are.
Cool.
That's how I imagine they'll do it, but they might do something different. You never know. Anyway, Krez, do you have any funny / embarrassing childhood stories?
I definitely do, but
Excellent.
I did block out most of them from my memory.
Well, it's time to unbury those, buddy.
Oh boy,
don't have
I
a
do
choice
have
in this.
one. So I do have one that I kept coming back to. So on our music lessons at school, we had just a fucking lesson every week about music, and the teacher was pretty bad. And she thought, maybe I'm just gonna make them dance. Oh, better yet, why not make them dance with each other?
Ooh.
Oh
Uh,
no.
And split made us all choose our fucking girl partners, of course. And it was a nightmare. It was the first time I felt like, in retrospect, kind of like, I guess the Golem? I was hiding under the piano.
I
And
actually
Vita was
have.
like beckoning me. Come on. There's a girl here. Come dance.
I have something similar, but by some crazy cosmic coincidence, I was paired up with my crush.
Ooh.
Nice.
And I just couldn't handle it. So eventually, I don't know, I ended up like, well, yeah, hiding in the corner and fucking crying because I was so frustrated about having to be forced to be paired up with just someone of, not being able to choose. But also, I was just generally frustrated about, that they're able to force me to dance. That's an activity that a teacher could just force you to do. That was pretty cringe, and I didn't like that. So
Well,
I cried.
In my elementary school, we had a gym class, and for whatever reason, one of the units that they made us do for a solid month every year was square dancing. I need you to understand, I don't live in Southern America. Square dancing is not a thing here. I don't know why they made us do square dancing of all things. Like, this was right after, like, the cups. Y'all know the cups where the speed stacking? It was right after that. We did that every year, and then we did square dancing, and then we did
What sort
juggling.
of jackass
Juggling
school did you
also
go
worked.
to?
What's that? A terrible
Sort of-
one. We had like little clusters of classrooms, right? And then outdoor hallways. It would be like 10 classrooms in like this weird circular pattern, like they were all pie shaped, right? They're all kind of pizza shaped. And then there was like a center area that kind of linked all the classes inside. And then if you had to go, it was like
a panopticon.
yeah, kind of. And it
It's
was
like a video game level.
yeah, there was like there was the 100, which was the first graders and kindergartners. There was the 200, which was the second graders, 3, 4, 5, and then it ends at 5. And then there was like there were a few like portables that were just, the school was growing, they didn't have budget. And there was a giant one in the very center that was actually a rectangle. Only 2 of them were rectangles, and it was a giant one that had like the cafeteria, which doubled as the gym room and the assembly place. And then you went through a little hallway and you got to the computer lab / library, and then like halfway between was the music room. And then you left that and you walked about 100 feet outside, and then you got to the offices. It was really bad. There were also no fences. There were no fences. It was pretty regular that the kids that lived nearby would just run home during recess, and then a lot of the time not come back. They would just leave for the day at first recess.
Man, I'm just thinking back to that story you said where like you had a shitty music teacher. It reminds me of my fucking elementary school English teacher. She sucked, right? Like she didn't teach us music because she just would just fucking lecture us the whole time. It's like she just go on and on about how her fucking niece was like retarded and fat, and like then she would like go on about how like we're the worst class ever. So I kind of took it upon myself to become the worst class ever, and I single-handedly ruined the Christmas concert. I sang really obnoxious and out of tune, and then, like anytime the song ended, I was like, "Hi, Mom." And I completely ruined it for everybody, but I got my revenge because fuck that bitch.
Are Christmas concerts a thing schools actually did? My school never did that.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was like they rented the Arts and Culture Center and everything.
Oh,
Everyone had to be dressed all nice
by
and shit.
audition. If they did that, it was by audition. I never tried to audition for them, but I can outdo you on being the worst class ever.
Yeah.
This was in my senior year. I was in an information technology class. We doubled as like the on-site IT crew, so if something went wrong, we would have to go out and fix it. And by the end of the year, we had... Actually, no. This started like 4 months into the year. We had decided that we hated our teacher so much that we dedicated the entire year to fucking with him as much as possible. Even though he's a cool guy. I don't even know why. He was like legitimately a cool guy. None of us actually disliked him. He just had a very short fuse when it came to fucking with him. So we got his Google Classroom profile picture, and we kept photoshopping it to be different things. Like we would take it, we would put a pirate hat on him and an eye patch, and give him a little parrot on his shoulder, and that would be pirate. That would be pirate teacher name. And it got to the point that we had like 40 of these. So we put Magic the Gathering card. We put Magic the Gathering card bases around them, gave them stats, and then turned his different photoshops of his face into a trading card game. And
Once
you
again,
still have any of
incredibly
those? I
based.
want,
Oh,
right?
we do. We do. They're the best. I'm not gonna say his name, but it was a folder named his name. It was just the blank bin.
Like, if you
Oh,
have any
also-
of those, can you just like drop them in the things?
I
want
can
to
probably
see
get
these.
all of them.
That's
I can probably
hilarious.
get every single one of them.
Oh man, I
Also,
want to see these.
we had to go on a field trip at some point, and it was a over the night field trip, and he gave us all his phone number just in case anything went horribly wrong
Oh,
overnight.
no.
We could get him, or like anybody got lost. From his phone number, we found his Snapchat. From his Snapchat, we found his address. We went on Google, turned his address into a Chevron station, then flooded it with 5-star reviews so people would get it recommended to them.
Wow.
Wow.
You really are the worst class.
This was when we were all 18. There were only 9 of us, and the funniest thing, by the end of the year, he had completely given up on like making us behave, which was the best.
Hmm.
We split off into 2 groups for our finals. We split off into 2 groups for our finals. One group of 5, one group of 4, and then the group of 5 kicked one member out because they were terrible at everything. But that's irrelevant to the story. Anyway, we got both of them. We got both of our finals finished very early. We both had about a month left of school, so we proceeded to use our access to administrator accounts to constantly break through the firewall to play Hypixel.
Nice.
Like,
Man, my
he would fix the hole that we found, and then we would find a new one like 2 days later. And by like week 2 of this happening, it was like, I'm not even mad anymore. I'm not even mad. You guys are actually just allowing me to make my firewall even more secure. I'm legitimately not mad anymore.
I mean, another thing, right, is like that just means he's a good teacher because he taught all his guys to have a passion of it, even if it's just to fuck with him and play like flash games.
Oh, yeah. Now only one of us. This was a class that we spent 3 hours in every single day for 2 years, and I
Damn.
think only one of us is actually pursuing anything even close to IT related.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
Yeah, like one of us is a gun manufacturer, the other one works for Frito-Lay. I'm a musician. One of us is in the Navy. Like 3 of them are working retail, and then one of them is in school to be one of them went to school to like actually become a network administrator. Like went to college for it.
Wow.
I have a story about how I managed to scare the whole school so badly that almost nobody came next day.
Oh,
Nice.
This
bomb
was
backpack.
Did you call in a bomb threat?
How did you know?
My school got a bomb threat like once a fucking week. It was just annoying.
Listen,
After a while.
this is yeah,
threats?
sure, but this is in Finland. We have like none of that stuff here. So this was like I think it was on 7th grade. And I think like 2 weeks before this, we had like the very first school shooting that had ever happened in Finland. So kind of big deal. Kind of big deal. This was like I think 2000 fucking 11 or something. It's hard to remember. Anyway,
Even in Finland, holy fuck.
yeah, well, it's like there's been like 2 school shootings ever, so it's so fine. But
No, it's not.
yeah, but it's not as bad as like in some other countries,
Certain other countries, yeah.
Certain
Yes.
other countries.
Yes. So anyway, I had like I had seen like some I don't remember it. I think it was like some Looney Tunes cartoon, like some like I think some bad guy went to a fucking vending machine and Bugs Bunny had like put a stick of dynamite in there, and the bad guy gets the stick of dynamite and it blows up. So I was like hanging out in next to a school vending machine. There's like seat where I like to hang around and speak with my friends. So I was like I very quietly told my friend that wouldn't it be funny if there was a bomb in the vending machine? And some passerby like heard it, and I guess what they heard was that I had hidden a bomb into the vending machine.
Oh, God.
So they yelled like so loud that I had hidden a bomb into the vending machine. And next day, like nobody came to the school, and fucking cop showed up at my home.
Did you
That
get in
really
trouble?
calls into
Oh.
question your character in the school, that they would have believed that you put a bomb in the vending machine.
Well, I was like kind of this fucking bullied kid who never like did nothing particular. I was like, I usually just tried to not like get noticed.
Okay,
So,
so
you
you were
know.
me, but people cared just enough about you for you to get bullied. I
Yeah.
was so low under the radar that nobody even bothered to bully me.
Oh,
You had to like get people to bully you. You had to make people notice you.
Dude, I would do cringy things like learning how to play the USSR national anthem on a xylophone should have got me a swirly, but it didn't because nobody cared about me.
Why
No.
USSR, by the way?
Because
Yes,
it's
why
the funny
SSR?
one. Because Russia is the funny country, don't you know?
That is true.
Of Dumpkin.
It is.
I do
funny
know.
CS:GO joke, right?
I do like live near USSR. I mean Russia. God damn
I mean, hey, I main Zangief. I know what's up.
epic. Grabblers are the best characters.
I live
Charge
probably the
characters are the
closest
best
here
characters, pardon me.
to Russia from all of us. So, okay, it is probably funny in America. It would not be funny here.
Yes.
Yeah, I imagine countries that were actually in the Eastern Bloc are a little more touchy about the USSR than we are over here.
Yeah. It's,
I would
and
just
not-
scream. I would just scream in like really poorly pronounced Russian because I didn't know how to. I knew like 4 phrases in Russian, and 3 of them were slurs, and one of them was saying, "Sorry, I don't speak Russian."
Convenient.
Can we hear a sample of your Russian skill?
Yeah, tell me some slurs.
Or not slurs, just insults. But здравствуйте, товарищ. Извини, я не говорю по-русски, ты говоришь по-английски.
Yeah, that's that's not
please
too bad.
speak English at the end or something.
It was hello, comrade. I speak a bad Russian. Let's speak English or something.
Yeah, it was like it's like, hi friend, sorry, I don't speak Russian. Do you speak English? Is what it's meant to be. Honestly, I could just say "Привет" instead of "Здравствуйте, товарищ," but that sounds "Здравствуйте, товарищ" sounds so much more complicated than it sounds so much more complicated to somebody who doesn't speak Russian, and I was all about chasing that clout.
It's I believe it's used a lot more in like higher circles. Like if like someone tried to be on someone's good side in like a political or a high level in a company, they would always say "Tavarish."
Yeah.
Or if they were
yeah.
like memeing poor boys, they would also say "Tavarish."
Yeah.
But
Здравствуйте
the most
is like I'm sorry for my horrible pronunciation of that word, but that's like the really formal way of saying hello. That is literally like saying hello, where "Привет" is like, hey dude.
yes, and the most common hello between friends is "Здорово, пацан."
Yeah, you want to know the
which-
most common greeting amongst people my age in America?
Hey, how
Hey, you're pretty cool. Don't come to school tomorrow.
That's a pretty common one. That's a little too young for me because I'm 21, so I'm not in school anymore. But the most common one for me, at least in my circle of friends, is "What's up, you fucking idiot?"
Damn.
Rude.
I mean, it's better than cunt, I guess.
Oh, you cunt!
Yeah, we're not Australian. We can't get away with that one. People get mad about that one in America.
Oh boy, yeah.
It's all those SJWs.
For a long time, the N word was very very used at my class and between the basic the male friends that I had, and
That's it.
it would be a case of hey, what's up, my N word, so Prosepino, but replace that with N.
Yeah, I grew up in group homes. I heard a lot of the N-word.
There used to be a type of confectionery or a type of
Yeah.
called
N-word
N-word kisses.
Oh, we have one called N-word toes.
I don't have anything funny like that. I don't have anything fucked up like that. For somebody who lived in such a rural area, I just didn't have anything like that. Like
You're
I
too
just
busy
had
practicing your sweet xylophone solos.
I wasn't even good at xylophone. I played cymbals, dude. I learned how to do like 6 cymbal trips. I learned how to do this one ridiculous trick that required at least 2 people to do called a Viper. It was insane. I will hold firm. You can look up. I stole this from the Santa Clara Vanguard, which is a drum corps. But what you do is you stand really close to somebody. You both have your crash cymbals, like the giant things that you hold. Well, you wrap the little things around your palms, and one dude swings this thing, and he crouches down super low, and he swipes it under one dude's legs as the other dude jumps up and does like a spin and swipes his cymbal. And if one dude is even a second too late, you'll either like take somebody's legs out or get clocked in the face by like a 6-pound hunk of metal.
Yeah.
Viper.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called the Viper. I could also do like this really cool thing where I would the like leather strap is wrapped around your wrist, right? It's kind of a loop and it hooks around so the pad is against your palm and it kind of hooks around your wrist and loops around your thumb, right? I'm not explaining this well. Like it goes between like the webbing of your thumb and your index finger. I'm getting too in depth on this, but I could do these crazy things where like I could probably still do it. It's hard to explain. But I would like dip my thumb through it and then I would spin it around my wrist and catch it again and then just do a crash off of that. It's pretty cool.
If you're willing to film that, we could put it in the episode, I suppose.
I have some cymbals. I just need to get some leather straps. I can make it happen. I still remember
And
how to
another
tie
guy.
those. I could also do one. It was the same flip, but what I would do is I would like lift a leg up and I would do it under my leg and then let go of the cymbal, throw it over my leg, and then catch it.
Damn.
I definitely could not do that one anymore. There's no way.
Was that embarrassing for you?
No, that was cool. There are videos. People would I was the best at it in my school because like we would actually do it in marches and we would have like all 6 cymbal players do them in unison or like one beat off of each other, so it would kind of look like a wave effect. But I was the best in my school, and there were a bunch of videos that people I would just be practicing it while like we were doing whatever, because I just thought it was fun, and also it was a good forearm and bicep workout. Because again, 6-pound hunk of metal using immense amounts of momentum to flip around. I would get really good at it, and there were a bunch of videos of me in like full uniform just doing it on the side of the field while we were waiting to go on.
Nice.
Based.
I also had really small cymbals, and I'm a fairly large person, so that also helped.
I thought you were just gonna say I also have a very small guy. I don't know why I assumed that.
Damn. All right. I see how my character is being judged here. Voice
I'm
crack.
sorry.
I'm sure you have a very large cock. You know?
Hey, Zion, nice cock.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sure the large cock helps at your drumming career. You know.
Hey, bro, you frying chicken in there? Nah, I'm just kidding. But you do piss loud as fuck. I like that.
Be straight
It's a
into
good
the
character.
cymbal. Makes a nice sound.
It most certainly would not make a nice sound. It would also.
Well, have you
rust your
tried it?
cymbal and just-
Yeah.
I'm not going to piss into my cymbals.
Maybe
Well,
that's like our
It's
intro.
expensive.
Yo,
Yeah,
that's
that'll be great. We'll be like,
Yeah.
hey, welcome to the PLAP, and it's just you pissing on your symbol.
If y'all want to buy me a cymbal, I'll do it.
How much is the symbol? Like $10?
Speaking of
Or
using your penis
like
as an instrument.
$300 for one.
yes.
Speaking of
Ozai?
using your there was a frame of time where if I swung around my dick fast enough, the foreskin would kind of like make the sound of a flute. I don't know how. It
What? What do you mean? Is there a
Elaborate.
hole in your dick? I mean, there is, but like, you know. What?
It's like at the end of the SpongeBob intro where he's like do 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 do. But it's
Also, is this
I
like
showed it
something
off
you?
to some
Is this like?
friends
Is it
sometime
like something
online.
you used to do? Like swing your cock?
Whistling
I mean,
dicks.
it's just exploring your body, right? It's healthy. I don't know.
I guess it is, but like,
How
I've
did you show us
never
your
heard.
friends?
I've never even considered the
How do you think he
possibility
shows
of
it to
a
his
whistling
friends?
I
dick.
just what I just
I'm
put my-
googling this right now.
What are you
I
going
spun
to
it
Google?
around real close
What
to
are
the
you going
microphone
to
and
Google?
Whistling dick.
whistling.
Yo, can we rename the podcast to Whistling Dicks?
Whistling dick. Tim Kent's Civil War tales. What the fuck? Whistling Dick's Barbershop, London, Ontario. Confederate gun.
That's just
Whistling
named
dick.
after a man named Richard who enjoys whistling while he does his
Oh my
barber.
god, okay, I have a fucking amazing story. Okay, so there was this place, this food truck by, like, in my hometown for a while, and they were called Long Dick Sausage Emporium,
Whoa.
and,
Oh my
like,
God.
the guy would get so fucking mad when you made fun of the name, because, like, apparently Long Dick was somebody in his fucking family, and it's like, hey, you're making fun of my family, bro. But, like, look, the fact is, you called it a sausage emporium, and that alone would be funny, but you called it Long Dick Sausage Emporium, and the city made you move the truck so you're parked next to a strip club. It is the funniest fucking thing in the world, and the fact that you can't see it means you don't deserve their success.
Yeah. He should have played into it. There should
Right?
be like a dick
I mean, there
theme.
could have been a lot of fucking really funny
jokes.
puns. Like, it's just all full of innuendo. I mean, he's parked next to the strip club where he was, but, like, I think the city screwed him and now he can't, like, I think he had to sell the truck after. But, like, god damn it, man. Long Dick Sausage Emporium. I'm gonna send you a photo so it doesn't seem like I'm just making this shit up. Because this is absolutely real.
Yeah, I'll send you guys a picture of my dick too. I
found a picture of your dick. I found a picture of your dick right here. Hold on, I'm sending it right now. Here in the general. Look at it. Look at it.
Oh boy.
Wooden whistles, right there.
That's
I think
artisanal.
Whistling Dick is the name of this episode.
Can you
of
turn
the
that into a
podcast,
magic
right?
card?
I guess maybe you can.
I also found a Fulvo's whistling duck. Very pretty, very cute.
Yes, ducks
Yeah.
are cute.
And ducks are so cute. I love them.
Ducks
what-
are absolutely adorable creatures, and I love them with every fiber of my being.
Oh, that reminds me of another cringe time. I was like 4 years old. We went to like this pond that is always full of ducks, and like my dad was like feeding them like straight from his hand. But the thing is, like, he knew that you need to like keep your hand in a way that they can't like
What?
they can't like grab your skin, because like, you know, if you leave it like if you want to stretch your like palm, you know, they can like grab on it. So I didn't know that, you know. I just went there, you know, my palm very loose, you know. I was but a baby, so you know. So the dog comes and, you know, just
Bites
like
your finger
fucking
off.
bites me, not my finger, but straight in like middle of my fucking arm, and I kind of get like jerked a little bit by it, and yeah, was
Ripped your finger clean off.
no, my palm, but my palm is still there. Don't worry.
Degloved your hand.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh, there's also a YouTube video called Whistle Dick.
Why are we still talking about Whistle Dick? Please.
I remembered
It's really interesting.
a fucking embarrassing story. It was the 4th grade dance ball. We every 4 years, I guess after every little milestone of school, we'd have a ball, and all the girls would dress in nice things, and all the guys couldn't just wear their. So our school, we would always wear tuxedos to school.
That's so cool.
It was a bit of I started appreciating it at the end, but I hated it most of the time because I wanted to be an energetic asshole, and I wanted to run around and do shit, and I always ripped my fucking thing. But at this fucking dance, everybody was like trying to dress in something slightly different from these tuxedos, and I ended up wearing like some denim jeans, like a kind of a featureless t-shirt. But at that time, I was very much into Naruto, and I was like, I have this
Hell yeah.
bandana that has the little yin yang on it. I'm gonna wear that. And sure enough, I am being made fun of all these years later because of that.
Incredible.
And I did have kind of a meltdown on the dance floor because I was very, girls have cooties or something.
All
Well,
right.
if you have
Yeah.
cooties, I try to stay away from them as long as I can.
Oh no, I'm remembering. Oh no. Okay, there was like when I like dated this like there was this girl I dated like way back in the day. And I was like kind of how do I say this, like back in the day I was a horribly racist.
Yeah. Just like me.
Yeah. So fuck, why is my phone ringing right now? Hold on.
Nice ringtone.
Such
Sleep
unprofessional.
episode, Elazar.
So much professionalism on this podcast.
Jesus
We're
Christ,
so
I'm
good at
sorry
this.
about that.
No,
Yeah,
you should have answered it on call. You should have answered it on the podcast and just had a secret. Another late addition to the podcast. Here comes the sixth member. Whoever was calling sinful.
I mean, yeah, okay. So anyway, yeah, I was a fucking big ass racist. I was like huge, so huge in the racist. You know, I watched all of like, you know, I watched like so many fucking alt-righters. You wouldn't even like. It was kind of wild. But anyway, I was
So
dating
let's
this.
say hypothetically you put a number to it. How many do you think it would be?
How many skeptic channels were you subscribed to on YouTube?
Okay, I'm gonna write that up. I'm gonna get to it. That's gonna be its own cringe story. Okay.
Would you say you were a racist or a race
racism.
realist?
I was a race realist. Okay, anyway, so there was this fucking girl I was dating. So, here in Finland, you know, our capital is called Helsinki. So, she lived in Helsinki. And Helsinki is pretty progressive place, you know. There's lots of like, there's lots of people that, you know, that move to Finland. And from like Middle East, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all fine and dandy. I'm okay with that. But like back in the day, I wasn't okay with that because I had heard all of these horror stories about how like Germany has been ruined by immigrants and Sweden is burning down and stuff like that. So I was like, I just fucking hated Muslims. So so like this one time I was just like driving with the GF. You know, and she was progressive. She had nothing, you know. She was cool. So there was like some woman in hijab, and she had like 2 kids, and they crossed the street in front of us, and I was like, "Oh, there goes the Muslims! I fucking hate them! I fucking hate them!" And the girl was like, "What the fuck?" And that kind of like ended our relationship.
Oh god.
Yeah,
She's not ready for the red pill.
yeah. So yeah, that was
A hard pill to swallow.
The fun thing was that I tried to like fix it because I knew I was super cringe. So I went to like this into this fucking food store with like Indian food, and like I bought a fucking pepper from there. And then I like took a picture of it, and I took the picture of the storefront, and I was like, "Look at me, I'm helping immigrants."
Oh god.
Fuck!
Yeah.
I still have that pepper though; it's very good. This was like 5 or 6 years ago. Pepper doesn't go bad.
Yeah, it
Alright.
does. It
Black
does
pepper,
not,
that is. Yeah.
as far as
Yeah,
I've
I was thinking of like bell peppers. And
Oh,
you
no,
just
no,
have,
no,
like, the
no.
moldy piece of shit.
Yeah, that's yeah. I usually the thing is like in Finland we just call it pepper. So you know.
We just call it pepper here as well. I've never heard anybody refer to it as black pepper.
Yeah.
It's just
pepper is called paprika here.
There's a whole lot of peppers. that
paprika is a
could be-
different thing entirely. What?
Yeah, it's a great anime movie.
Yeah.
It is, but it's also a completely different seasoning.
But it's made out of bell peppers, right?
No,
whatever.
I don't know. I'm
something like
not a
that.
chef.
There's so many pepper stuff to
Yeah, I
get
cook
into.
a lot, so I always have to specify which fucking pepper.
So let me tell you about how many alt-righters I followed. So there was like Stefan Molyneux, that was one, and there was I didn't follow Ben Shapiro, but I did follow Stephen Crowder. Obviously, Sargon of a God.
Thing I've ever seen was the time he pretended to be the Young Turk.
Who the hell was that? Oh, Stephen Crowder, you mean?
Yeah, that's bullshit. Get the fuck off the phone.
Yeah. Then there was like this one redhead called Computing Forever. he was like this Irish ethno-nationalist, or at least he turned into that in like couple of years, and then he like became Christian, and he made a video about how he took the God pill.
the
It was
biggest fail of all.
Yeah.
Yes.
What else was there? I mean, I followed fucking Amazing Atheist before all of this, but that guy is not a nationalist or anything, so whatever. But like,
Dude,
yeah,
I
I did go down the fucking skeptic pipeline. Yeah.
I found The Amazing Atheist when I was like 10 years old, and that
Yeah,
was a
me
wrap
too.
for me.
But I found him when I was 18. I was so into it.
The only like
Yeah, I thought he was
the
kind of
only
based.
the only one of those people that I didn't find insufferable was like Milo Yiannopoulos, and then I could occasionally stomach like an Armored Skeptic video or a what's his name, Steven Crowder. You mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
Occasionally stomach one of his podcasts. Very rarely.
Yeah, I remember watching Amazing Atheist. Now he's doing like conspiracy videos. Yeah.
Funny.
The armored skeptic doing conspiracy videos, and he kind of sounds like he kind of believes what he's talking about. So you know.
Well, yeah. What's the point of doing a conspiracy show if you don't believe it? It's like, I don't know about this one, guys.
Oh, Shoe on Head.
Well, you can make fun of
Switch
people who
side,
believe
so
it.
that's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Sean Head is like the boxy girl from back in the day, right?
Yeah. Well, not the same person, but like they look similar. They look same. So
The clones, yeah.
yeah, freaky.
So that's an inside
Genetically,
joke. Okay.
But yeah, I got. Thankfully, I had a revelation of sorts about year ago. So you know, not. Let's just say that I wasn't really into fucking Ben Saint's commie arc.
Yeah, I really like his current like face arc. Fucking, I dropped the show for a while because like I don't know, just kind of got out of it. But like with the whole like Trixie thing, I'm kind of like back in.
Yeah.
Really
All
hard.
right. PCP.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to be a PCP offshoot, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could talk about them.
I don't know anything about.
Is there
anything about them?
Do we have
Or not,
any
I know about
embarrassing?
PCP. I don't know anything about YGG.
Do we have any embarrassing stories that are in our past about the PCP?
Yeah. Remember when Munchie would like go around like yelling the K slur?
Yeah, and you
I
know
used
the
to-
Anver too.
Dude, I was such a
Pretty
big
cringe.
fan of Munchie that I would just quote him
Same.
all the time, even though nobody else knew what the PCP was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you mentioned it, they would just think you were doing drugs.
To be honest, Munchie is the one who is most probably gonna make it right now. Like that guy is like, I think he has a bright future ahead of him.
Him and Nate, but Nate like already made it. Nate already had like a decent job before he got YouTube big.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
something
Tom
he can
will
always
never
go back
die,
to.
too. So
Well,
Yeah.
not anymore because he doesn't live there anymore. I would guess he can get another job since he has a kind of a good CV at this point.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I'm pretty sure Tom is gonna make it if he just keeps making games.
Yeah, I mean, Tom will never die.
Yeah.
Is he like
it-
signed up for cryonics or something?
Oh.
You guys know about cryonics? It's
Never
this
heard
thing
of
where
it.
you freeze
Cryogen.
somebody's brain /
Oh,
body
that.
after they die.
Yeah.
All right, the Futurama.
Kind
Yeah,
of
I
dead.
know.
Oh yeah, the Futurama thing. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess. Oh man, I can't wait for the first All Talking Heads podcast.
I'm really looking.
Talking
I
Heads.
know
in the jar.
Jesse's just kind of going around like doing his own thing now, and I mean, I hope he's doing okay. Like I'm subscribed to his Patreon, and he seems a lot happier. So like good.
How much do you pay the Patreon?
Like I pay like $1.
Oh.
If you pledge like $1, you can get like everything.
That's very generous. Damn. I was kind of tempted during the existence of Canned Hand to pay the $15 to get all the bonus episodes and then unsubscribe. But I guess now I waited it just enough because now it's $5 to get all the episodes.
Man, I feel so bad for Nate, who fucking like packed up all of his shit to move all the way to fucking Virginia Beach.
He was living in a ghetto. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody's just overblowing that.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I think it's funny how like Trixie's pretending to live in an RV. Like you can just say you don't have it yet, or you changed your mind or something. But like just being like, oh no, I totally have an RV. I just don't want to get trolled, so no one's allowed to see it. Like, obviously you don't have an RV, and that's okay. I don't have an RV. Just stop pretending, you know?
Yeah.
What's the deal with the RV? I'm unfamiliar entirely with the RV.
Okay, so Yig Studios, and basically Trixie decided to hang out with these 3 randos from the Dick Show. Anyway, they started forming a like
Cult.
thing, cult, and yeah, so they're like going around doing really shitty hip hop music in the middle of nowhere places, and they're saying that they're like living the RV life, and then they moved into an RV, but there have been no photo evidence of the RV existing, and they're not making money. So like, how are they getting the money for it? There's a lot of evidence supporting that there isn't an RV, and there's not a lot of evidence supporting that there is one. So a lot of people kind of meme on whether or not there's an RV. There isn't. And like, Riley's like super insecure about it. So, I mean, he's insecure about everything. You can say like the smallest thing, and it'll just be this whole paragraph about how, I don't care, I'm not fucking mad. And it's like, obviously you do, man. It's just,
to be fair,
cringe.
RVs really aren't that expensive, even like, especially like an old one. But then you'd have to like be willing to fix it up.
Yeah, like a lot of the things that people are saying with it is that like none of these motherfuckers are willing to clean the toilet, and that's why there isn't an RV.
Yeah.
Because you gotta like empty out the toilet.
There's
Most
They just don't make enough money. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
they probably make enough to eat, but that's so.
I mean, they spend like
kind of
over
doing
$1,000
they're just
worth
kind
of
of doing the
weed
100
every
gex thing right
month.
now, where they're just making bad music.
Oh god, it's so bad. Like, even if you like their Trixie's old stuff, like this stuff is like way worse. Like, it's mixed like garbage. It's like obnoxious on purpose. But they don't have any faith in it because they turned off all the comments on their quote-unquote music movies, where like she pretends to throw up in a bathroom. I don't know what the fuck she's at. It's bad. It's just actually bad.
That just sounds like 100 gex.
I don't know what 100 gex is.
It sounds like they're trying to make hyperpop, but they're not committing to it. Hyperpop is like, you know how pop music has a specific sound, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hyperpop is when you take that to the logical extreme, where like you auto-tune your vocals. You'll like sing well in a completely different key, then auto-tune your vocals to a different key that's in the and then like write the song in that key. And then you'll like make it really bouncy, like really round bass, and like just make it sound like Disney Channel executives' idea of what modern pop music is, and then put it out, and that's hyperpop.
That does not sound like the Yig guys. They
I gotta be honest. I never learned how to read music because our music teacher barely bothered.
My music teacher didn't fucking teach us music at all. She just fucking wanted a bunch of 8-year-olds to be her therapist.
I barely know how to read music, and I am trying to be a professional musician.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's really it's honestly not. I know it well enough that I can like read it if I need to, but very rarely, especially as a drummer, do I actually need to read music.
Ah, yes, the drummer meme. No brains required, no charisma required.
Exactly. I sit down behind my kit. Behind my kit. They tell me, okay, basic 4/4 rock beat, and I go, okay, and then I play a basic 4/4 rock beat for like 2 hours, and then I make it.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's that comment thread. It's pretty funny. It's like, oh man, we actually have 3 RVs. No, you don't, Riley.
I
Stop.
believe it.
Stop.
Wait,
being-
really? They say that?
Yeah. So somebody just posted a thing that's like the comment that says RV, and then Riley saying it was recorded pre-RV. Likely. The Procrastinators channel, probably Ben is like, lol, there's no RV, and then he's like, oh, you're spending so much time memeing on us, you're poor and weak, and it's just like, oh, you're making fun of me, and it's just like this fucking whiny boy bullshit, and it's, like, god fucking damn it, I hate this guy, like, actually, I hate Riley so much, fucking, I don't know. Like, just every fucking time this dumb motherfucker opens his mouth, it just, like, drips with insecurity. He's, like, the worst fucking promoter I've ever seen,
Yeah,
I
I
guess
can
we'll have
believe
to watch
that.
some YGG just to understand what you're talking about, because I am just completely out of the loop on that. I know the PCP has like 3 members now, and I honestly don't mind it.
It's really 2, because Tom is just kind of doing his own thing now.
Yeah, he
Most of
just
the
kind
time.
of
He
shows
pops
up
in every now and
occasionally.
then.
Honestly, I don't
Yeah.
mind the two. I don't mind the 2-person format. I wish they would bring in some guests or something, but
it does-
whatever.
it
They
does feel
do.
like- It does feel like just a Discord call that they have weekly, which is a thing
Yeah.
I also do with my friends.
Hey, you want to get in the
be
voicemail
fair.
segment? It's like half the show.
To be fair, the PCP always felt like a Discord call weekly. They just had a topic, and then a lot of
Yeah.
the time they would ignore that topic, or it would be something really vague.
Hmm.
Yeah, like, things we can't get into became, I can't get into my videos being yellow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Man, I miss that. I miss it back when it was, like, really successful, because, like, I was watching it, like, an older episode recently, and it's like, man, like, everybody's having a good time, and they're all friends, and, it's really sad, what it's become.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think, DG and Momke's podcast was excellent. Insufferable social media argument podcast too. That was
I
great.
loved his social media argument, the podcast.
I only
I
watched
think
one
I-
episode.
I enjoyed.
I don't
What was
remember.
what was Munchie's other offshoot podcast? Like the one where it was just a bunch of
Stealing
Zoomer
your
memes?
dads.
Stealing your dad's as if it was easy. That one was good. I think the Teen CP or something like that, where it's just him and a bunch
Yeah.
of other teenagers.
God, it was. Everyone had 12-year-old voices. It was so cringe.
That
Man,
one was. I enjoyed that one. It was great to listen to while I was painting and stuff.
insufferable social media the argument. It was really funny because there was this ongoing thing between Trixie and Mumkey where it was basically like they would argue on who was the Maddox to the other's Dick Masterson because it was a ripoff of Biggest Problem. And I guess we now finally know that Trixie was Maddox.
All
Yeah.
along.
Goes.
I listened to a bit of the fucking Biggest Problem, and the podcast sucks. It just fucking sucks. Listening to it after the fact, maybe if it had like the parasocial, vote for the thing, it was fun. But otherwise, it's just two cool guys who definitely had lots of sex.
It gets a
fucking,
lot funnier.
bullshit.
Like it kind of depends on the episode with it.
Yes.
Where like the first couple of episodes, Dick's not even really trying, and eventually he kind of gets into it, and they like start like yelling over each other, and it becomes like a bit of a clusterfuck. And that's fun.
Yeah, and also like you need to like find the uncut version that Maddox didn't fucking ruin with editing.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
really love
shit.
how that story ends. Like the fucking Biggest Problem, it's a successful show with two guys, and eventually they all had a falling out. There was a lawsuit. Anyway, one of them's a millionaire, and the other pretends to be a banana.
Wait, Dick
excuse
Masterson
me?
is now a millionaire?
He's
Damn.
managed to get like over $1 million just off like Patreon from.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so Dick's a millionaire and Maddox is a banana.
What? Why? Maddox is a banana.
Seems like a pretty
Yeah,
even
okay.
split.
Okay, yeah. So Maddox goes on Twitch and like he has like a Snapchat filter over his thing. He's kind of like a VTuber, but like he's a banana. If you remember the annoying orange, it's that kind of effect. So it's his eyes and lips, but like over a banana, and it's called Banana Docs.
What the fuck?
It's really like I'd always like listen to the audio of the bonus episodes where they're talking about it, but like seeing it like the video of Banana Docs, it is deranged, man.
Yeah, it is strange.
It's like it's weird.
Speaking of stuff, how many of y'all lived through the death of a thing that you followed, be it a podcast,
Yeah,
TV show,
procrastinators.
band? Outside of procrastinators, please.
Does David Bowie
grandma.
count?
Are any of you familiar with the Game Station?
I seen it in the top subscribe channels back in 2010.
Yeah, so what happened was it was a very big channel. Not like it was around during the days of Machinima, but it was nowhere near the size of Machinima. It was another MCN, and it had like Total Biscuit and Jesse Cox.
Oh,
And
that's oh god, yeah.
and the Yogs cast, a couple other big ones. I think Angry Joe was on it for a while.
Oh,
A couple
Yeah,
other
they did
people.
the Blood Bowl tournaments. Those are fun.
Yeah, they did the Blood Bowl tournament. One person from it still plays Blood Bowl pretty regularly, Krendor. He still plays
Yep.
that pretty regular, and he organizes tournaments still because he actually enjoys the game. But they got out their parent company, Maker Studios, got bought out by Disney and got turned into the Polaris network. And they
I
tried
remember.
to do a bunch of really not avant-garde. They tried to do a lot of other kind of media with it, and Friend Zone was pretty good. That was a pretty cute podcast. It was an in-person podcast, and they all wore like animal themed onesies, and they all had different animal themes every episode. Like Octopimp was on it, and I think most of the time Octopimp was wearing an octopus, and then like Press Hard to Continue, Dodger Lay was on it. That was a good podcast, but they tried to do a bunch of other things, and they just never really worked out. Eventually, a lot of their big talent left, and it just kind of fizzled out, and then they deleted all of their videos on Polaris, and Friend Zone is lost forever.
Why? What was the falling out?
It didn't really fall out. It just Total Biscuit left first because he wasn't getting any benefits from Polaris anymore. There was no reason for him to stay in the MCN. He left, Jesse left, and a few other people left, and then it was running
Okay,
on a
so the
skeleton
co-optional,
crew.
so co-optional continued without the
Yeah, co-optional.
co-optional.
Co-optional was originally the Game Station podcast. After the Game Station was rebranded into Polaris, they
Yep.
renamed it to co-optional, and then Total Biscuit owned the rights to the co-optional podcast, so he just simply continued it on his channel.
Yeah. Oh man,
until-
rip Total Biscuit, such a good guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love
Up
his
until
videos.
I think he continued it up until about a month before his death. On it, actually.
Yeah, I do remember the episode.
Okay, so what was the prompt again?
Embarrassing
what is something
moment.
that you like
Stuff on your on that died that you followed.
Okay, Milo Yiannopoulos gayness.
Right.
Man, he is totally still gay. He's just doing it for the grip.
Okay,
He's really just
Trump,
trying to grab. He's in the death throes of his public career.
yeah,
he's trying
Trump
to grab-
presidency. That's another one.
Yeah.
I remember two pretty big things. The Super Best Friends
Rest in
disbanding,
peace. I love
and Pod Taku. Does anybody here remember Pod Taku?
I'm completely
Pod
unfamiliar with
Taku.
Podtaku.
It is the first big anime podcast. It was between Garnt, aka Giguk, G.A. Arcada, aka Glass of Reflection, and two nobodies, X Disturbed Jeans and Holden Reviews.
I mean, I don't listen to Gigik or Glass Reflections. I think they both have the same reason I don't like the anime man. It just goes through me.
Well, at some point there was, I guess, a argument about who edits the podcast, and I guess G.A. Arcada didn't want to do it anymore, and they ended their friendship because of that. I don't know. It was weird.
I'm just trying to think of like things that I kind of was there for a fan of that died. That's like a big problem with like shit my brother is into, where like he'll be into something for a couple of months and then like the thing will implode like every time.
Yeah, just like us in a few months.
I should try to get him into Yig to like.
You guys know Ray William Johnson still uploads basically every day.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but it's not equals 3. Equals 3 is long dead. He's like got a music project. He's trying to do Your Favorite Martian again, isn't he?
I thought he was doing Facebook videos, Facebook skits.
He might be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ray William Johnson. He's probably.
He's really short, isn't he? I always gave that.
Yeah,
vibe.
that was his
I
big
don't know.
meme.
I can't
Is he
remember Ray
actually
William
short? Or is that just like a joke?
Holy shit, this channel is still up. Oh,
I went
God.
back and watched some Equals 3 videos recently. Oh, he's not that short. He's 5'6".
They're still up?
Oh God, I'm 5 foot.
I'm 6'3", so
Equals 3 continued up until 2016 or more?
did it? I thought it ended in like 2014 after wasn't Gabriel Iglesias the host after Ray William Johnson?
Not as well, from what I'm seeing on the channel. I thought it died in like 2011.
Same.
Okay. Jesus. Okay. He kind of looks like a crack addict
A little bit.
in the latest episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah. I guess he died, metaphorically.
Anyway, anybody else have any fun stories of things they once loved dying a horrible fiery death?
I mean, Cucumber Quest ended. That made me really sad. Just like, oh, making a script or something, and that was like a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah, talk about fucking webcomics. Poppy Opossum. Such a great comic, and not
I think
anymore.
that suggestion thread, like podcast, webcomic was one of them. We should definitely.
Yeah. Damn,
We
I
get
follow
that.
so many webcomics. I have like 20.
That's crazy.
I
Yes.
followed
For your
Homestuck
thoughts.
up until the Gigapause, and then I lost interest, and I read Ava's Demon all the way through, and that was about it.
Ah, yeah, that's a good one. And now even that one is like, oh, come on, give me updates.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, I didn't read it all the way through. I stopped reading it however long
Oh.
ago.
Well, it hasn't like gone. It's not very long at all, so you could easily catch up because there's like almost no speaking in it. It's mostly pictures.
Yeah. Paranatural is also a good.
Oof.
Is also a really good one.
Oh yeah, one of the best. One I've gotten recently into and is probably gonna wrap up soon is Kill 6 Billion Demons.
Oh, is he almost at the 6 billion?
No. Well, I guess they are just. I guess all the demons are just gonna die at once because there's like this apocalyptic event going on. So, But there's basically the final boss fight is basically happening right now in the comics. So it's gonna wrap up soon. And when something wraps up, that's basically the best time to read it. To be honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause you can
unless it's spoiled everywhere.
binge it.
Exactly.
It's always the best when you can just binge something all the way through. That's usually why I wait until a season is over before I watch a series.
Oh, here's a good one. Okay, so does any of you know who Sir Artwork is?
Unfamiliar with them.
I think I heard of him.
He's like this. Every year he makes these comics about like how what's happening at the gym. Like there's like this fit board in 4chan, and he like draws those comics there. And like every year he like makes one of those. So the dude was like incredibly like depressed for like how many years now? Like 5 years. He's just like it's all about like it's all self-pity and shit. Like he's always talking about how he's like a fat ass now, and he hasn't gone to gym in a long time. A dude knows how to draw really well. No problem with that. But like recently he actually got a girlfriend, so now he's like just drawing about the GF. And it's adorable. So yeah, I've witnessed the death of his old self, basically, which is good. I love this. I'm so glad that he's happy now.
You say with tears in your eyes.
Yes.
I mean, at least you got like another good comic out of it,
You're watching an old
Yeah.
friend go on to do better, knowing that
Yes.
your time together is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be worse. I mean, they could like delete all their stuff and pretend to live in.
I need to link some of those comics. I'm sure like most of you have seen his stuff at some
Never
point.
heard of it.
I'd probably recognize it.
Alright, so that was the PLAP. Alright, so we were talked about a lot today. We fucking talked about embarrassing shit we did as kids. We talked about things we loved that died. I hope you die, and I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a wrap. All right.
All right, stop the recording.